Hi children, welcome to our e-learning platform. Hope you all are fine. Today we are going to see about rocks. The earth crust is composed of rocks. The aggregate of minerals on the earth is called as rocks. It may be hard as granite, as soft as clay, or loose as sand. Rocks are classified into three. They are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. First we can study about igneous rocks. The word igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis meaning fire. The interior of the earth contains very hot molten material called magma. So the interior of the earth crust that is contains a very hot molten material called magma. When the magma reaches the earth's surface, it is referred to as lava. So what here one important question, what is known as lava? When the magma reaches the earth's surface, it is referred to as lava. The lava on the surface cools down and gets solidified as rocks called igneous rocks. What is known as igneous rocks? The lava on the earth's surface cools down and gets solidified as rocks as igneous rocks. Granite and basalt are the best examples of igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are otherwise known as primary rocks or mother rocks because all other rocks are formed from these rocks. These are the pictures of igneous rocks. Next type of rock is sedimentary rocks. The word sedimentary is derived from the Latin word sediment meaning settle down. Rivers, glaciers and winds carry bits of rock and soil and deposit them in layers. After a few million years, these deposits harden into compact rocks called sedimentary rocks. So, what is known as sedimentary rocks? The deposits in the layers, after a few million years, these deposits harden into compact rocks. That compact rocks are known as sedimentary rocks. These sedimentary rocks are deposited in layers. The bodies of plants and animals that fall on the deposits get embedded in the layers and form fossils. Sandstone, limestone, chalk, gypsum, coal and conglomerate are the examples of sedimentary rocks. These are the pictures of sedimentary rocks. Different type of sedimentary rocks, jet, conglomerate, limestone, rock salt, shale and sandstone. These are the sedimentary rocks deposited in different layers. The third type of rock is metamorphic rock. The word metamorphic is derived from metamorphosis meaning change of form. When the igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to heavy heat and temperature, is formed a new kind of rock called metamorphic rock. For example, in course of time, granite may get transformed to gneiss, basalt to schist, limestone to marble and sandstone to quartzite. These are the pictures of metamorphic rocks. Gneiss, slate, quartzite, schist, marble, phyllite. Next we can see about rock cycle. Rock cycle is a process of changing the igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks transferred from one form to another. Diagram we can discuss about three kinds of rocks. First we can discuss about the magma. Magma is in molten form that is deposited in the interior part of the earth. Then that molten form of magma is emitted out due to volcanoes. That molten magma is scattered to the earth crust. They are formed one kind of rock that is called igneous rocks. Igneous rocks, these are the igneous rocks areas. They are formed igneous rocks. Then due to weathering and erosion, these igneous rocks are transport and deposit the igneous rocks. That igneous rocks are due to the sedimentation process these rocks again reached to the next layers. That layers are known as sedimentary layers. They are formed, these rocks, that rocks are known as sedimentary rocks. Then due to the sedimentary rocks, due to the high pressure and temperature, that rocks again deposited to another layers, that is known as, they are formed another kind of rock, that is known as metamorphic rock. Hope you understood this diagram. You can see about geomorphic process. The forces that act from the Earth's interior towards the Earth's surface are called internal processes or endogenetic processes. Internal process is otherwise known as endogenetic processes. These forces build the landscape and create topographic relief. These forces build the land areas and create topographic relief. The forces that act on the surface of the earth due to natural agents like running water, glacier, wind, waves, etc. are called external processes or exogenetic processes. So what is known as external processes or exogenetic processes? The forces that act on the surface of the earth. The forces that act on the surface of the earth, it is otherwise known as earth crust, due to natural agents like running water, glacier, wind, waves, etc. are called external processes or exogenetic processes. These external processes steer the landscape on into relatively low elevated plains and shapes the landform created by endogenetic process. Next we can discuss about internal processes. The internal processes generate heat and eject materials from deep below the earth crust. Internal radioactivity is the principal source of power of this process. Next we can see about internal processes. The lithosphere is divided into a huge slabs of rocks called tectonic plates. There are two types of tectonic plates, major and minor tectonic plates. These are floating over the mantle. Collision of these plates means here the plates are two types, major and minor plates collisions. They are produce mountain ranges and other irregular surface features both on land and ocean floor. This phenomenon is called plate tectonics. The movement of tectonic plate is due to thermal energy from the mantle. Next topic is types of plate boundaries. There are three types of plate boundaries and they are convergent boundary, divergent boundary, conservative or transform boundary. Here the plates move towards each other and sometimes a plate sinks under the other. One plate is sinks under another. They are formed a zone that is known as subduction zone. Here subduction zone is here. Above this subduction zone they are formed fold mountains. Example, Himalayan mountains. Look at the picture. This picture, one plate is sinking with another. They are formed, this process is known as convergent boundary. Next we can see about divergent boundary. Consider these are the two plates. Due to the pressure of the magma, these two plates pushes away. This process is called a divergent boundary. It is found in mid-Atlantic ridge. You can see this picture. Due to the pressure of the magma, these two plates pushes away. This process is called the divergent boundary. Next we can see about conservative or transform boundary. Here the two plates slide horizontally past each other. Example, San Andreas fault. This process is called the conservative boundary or transform boundary. It is illustrated as here. Here one plate is moves backward, one plate moves forward. There forms earthquakes. This process is called the conservative or transform boundary. The three boundaries are found in this picture. This is divergent boundary, this is transform boundary, and this is convergent boundary. Movements of continental plates. Due to lateral compressional forces, the plates are forced to move upwards and downwards. This is called the folding. Mountains formed by folding are called the fold mountains. The process of folding creates lofty mountains ranges such as the Himalayas and the Alps. The process of folding creates lofty mountain. Lofty mountain means height possessing mountain ranges are creating. For example, Himalayan mountains and Alps mountains. According to plate tectonics, the plates are in constant motion with an average rate of few centimeters per year. The movement might seem slow, but over millions of years, the plates and the continents riding on them moves a long way. For example, about 250 million years ago, the Indian plate was a part of Gondwana land, which comprised of modern Africa, Australia, Antarctica and South America. Approximately 140 million years ago, the Indian plates broke away from the ancient supercontinent. Supercontinent name Gondwana, and began moving north and collide with Asia. That is moving north and collide with Asia. The collision with the Eurasian plate along the boundary between India and Nepal formed the orogenic belt that created Tibetan plateau and the mighty Himalayan mountains. Due to the influence of the orogenic belt, they are created Tibetan plateau and the mighty means very strong Himalayan mountains. Here we can illustrate plate boundaries and associated features. Here convergent plate boundary, transform plate boundaries here, divergent plate boundary, convergent plate boundary, continental drift zone, it is otherwise known as young plate boundary. This is continental crust, these regions are the continental crust. Here oceanic crust, these are the oceanic crust. Here oceanic crust, trench. This is lithosphere. Lithosphere is known as earth surface or earth crust. This is hot spot, hot experiencing region, asthenosphere, subducting plate, etc. During Permian time period, around 250 million years ago, Pangaea landmass was there. This Pangaea landmass again divided into Laurasia and Gondwana land during the time period Triassic, around 200 million years ago. This landmass again split into smaller landmasses during Jurassic time period around 145 million years ago. During the Cretaceous time period, the landmasses are moved away during 65 million years ago. After a long period of time, continents and oceans are formed during the present day. By this, I conclude the class. Thank you. Have a nice day.